With the downturn in the economy, many people are choosing to stay home this summer for staycations. And while spending time at home and throwing parties with friends can be a fun way to relax and enjoy the summer, it can also be the source of unwanted accidents. Joining us this morning to make us more aware is renowned lawyer Gloria Allred. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Elizabeth.
I wanted to ask you, Gloria, what types of accidents should consumers be aware of, and how can they prepare for those types of things this summer?
Well, you're right. Lots of people staying home instead of going away for a vacation and inviting family and friends over, either for a party or just to stay with them, and sometimes both. So they have to be aware of the risks and the possible liability for the homeowners who are hosting parties, for example. Let's say you're serving alcohol at a party this weekend. Be careful not to serve it to minors, because if you serve it to someone who is under 21 and that person is under the influence and becomes injured or injures someone other than themselves, you might end up finding yourself being sued by either that minor or the minor's parent, or both. In addition, you might end up getting criminally prosecuted for contributing to the delinquency of a minor or aiding and abetting the delinquency of a minor. If you are sued, by the way, you can always go to lawyers.com and find a lawyer and find out more information. But the point is, it's better not to take that risk of liability by not serving to a minor. Even if you serve to an adult, by the way, if you know that adult is under the influence of alcohol, when you serve him or her more alcohol, then that adult goes out and injures someone else, let's say driving, the person who ends up getting injured, even though that person never met you, can end up suing you, the host of the party, for serving alcohol to an adult who was already drunk.
So how can homeowners protect themselves legally then?
Well, there are things you can do. You can, for example, go and look at your homeowner's policy. Make sure you have homeowner's insurance, for example, and make sure that it's current. Look at what the policy limits are and the kinds of things that you're covered for, and really important to look at the exclusions in the policy. See what it will not cover. Because if you do what is not covered, you're going to have potentially huge exposure. If you are sued for damages from the lawsuit, you may not even be able to have a lawyer provided to you by the insurance company. Then you have to hire a lawyer to defend yourself as well. Certain things are excluded. For example, intentional or reckless acts on your part would generally not be covered.
What about if someone trips and falls or has an accident or, cuts open their knee when they're, walking by the pool or something?
Yeah, and that's very important. Yeah, if you have a defective condition, for example, on your premises, and this is something you want to check for before you invite people to your home to stay or for a party. Check, for example, that your deck that you might be having the party on is in good repair and is not going to cause someone to be injured, or steps leading up to your home. Or, in fact, electrical wiring is sometimes a source of injuries. And then, of course, pools are a major source of injuries, particularly to young children. So you want to be sure that those pools are fenced so little toddlers can't wander into them and have a swimming pool accident. You want to be sure that there are big signs at the pool. Parents supervise your children. That would be very important. And that there are no lifeguards on duty. These kinds of things can help to minimize the liability to you if those signs are up. But the most important thing is, of course, you want everyone to be safe at your home and have a fun time, and then you don't want to be subjected to lawsuits afterwards if you could have avoided them.
Gloria Allred, thank you so much, and thanks for joining us on the Road Show.
Thank you.